Hi, my name's Ashley Rice and welcome to another Moringa Morning. Okay, you guys, it is another Moringa morning and I'm so excited to share this flavor with you and also the fun fact of the day. But first off, I have to tell you about my mug, of course. It's a really big one. This is it. It's huge. I actually specifically bought this because my husband is originally from Baudette, Minnesota, which is the bump on Minnesota, essentially. And usually it's not on mugs like this, but it actually is. Right there, Baudette. But it's a hunger, you guys. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish all this tea, but I'm going to be really excited to do so. So that's my fun mug. And now I get to tell you about the tea we're going to try today. So this is, again, a Miracle Tree tea, and the flavor is going to actually be Roiboos. And for those of you who've never seen one of my Moringa mornings before, and this is your first time here, hello. Basically, in my Moringa mornings, I try out a type of Miracle Tree Moringa tea. It's a company that has sent me all of these products for free. And basically all they want me to do is to continue to review their products and also give you fun facts about Moringa. Don't be afraid, I'm still gonna tell you guys the honest truth because they want honest reviews. And also, if you're intrigued by any of the teas that I'm ever trying out on my channel, I am gonna leave a coupon code down below in the description box. So if you wanna order some of these teas, I don't get anything from that. It is strictly just for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that coupon code and that you're able to try some Moringa tea with me. So the flavor we are going to try this time is the Roiboos flavor, as I stated earlier, and I'm really excited to try it. Hopefully I'm pronouncing Roiboos right. My husband pronounced it differently. My mom pronounces it differently. I feel like everyone pronounces it differently, so I'm gonna say Roiboos. Might be wrong. Let's try it out. Here we go. Ooh, that's really smooth. Oh, guys, I like this. So what does it taste like? It kind of has a sweetness to it almost. That's what I kind of like about Miracle Tree's Moringa teas, and this just could be Moringa tea in general, but it always has a little bit of sweetness that I feel like I don't have to add anything really to it. But it's got a bit of that sweetness, but it also has a little bit of a planty, earthy, leafy taste to it as well, which I think is more the Moringa flavoring. Yeah, I would definitely say it's a lot more earthy than I think some of the other ones, especially the strawberry flavor. It tasted like those rich strawberries. This one is a lot more on the earthy, leafy side, but it's still sweet. It's not like strawberry sweet. It just has a little bit of sweetness to it as well. I actually think this is right where I want the flavor to be, so I'm gonna set this guy aside. Ooh, yes, you guys, I think this would be, honestly, I think I would love this tea during the winter time, and maybe that I'm a little weird like that because I don't think this is normally kind of like a winterish tea, Roiboos or anything like that, but for some reason this makes me think of like sitting at home and it's snowstorming outside and you just want something that feels like really, really nice, but still has like kind of not necessarily a meaty flavor, but has like a deep flavor. It has some depth to it. That's what it reminds me of, is just sitting inside in the warmth when it's really, really cold outside, maybe some snow is falling, maybe there's a blizzard going on, and just like sitting and kind of like sipping this tea. Yeah, I like this. If you like more earthy teas, I think you would like this flavor rather than the strawberry flavor, which I tried last time, which is definitely a lot more fruity. This one still has a bit of sweetness, so I don't think you'd have to add sugar or any other alternatives that you would like to add. I don't think it's my favorite out of the flavors. I would definitely say strawberry and ginger are really up at the top of the list. I would say this one is really close to the original Moringa flavor in how much I love it, but I don't think this is my favorite flavor that I have tried. However, if you like the leafier, greenier type of teas, I think you would be obsessed with this because it is really well blended together with the Moringa and the Roiboos flavors. Like, they work really, really well together, and it still has a little bit of sweetness to it as well. That's what I would say about this guy. I want to dive into our fun fact for the day though. And before I do, obviously you have seen the title, otherwise I don't know how you're here, but welcome. And specifically today, I want to talk about how Moringa benefits women. Now, by me saying this, it doesn't mean that it doesn't benefit men, children, or anything like that. It benefits everyone. However, the 5 that I'm going to go over today are more specific towards women in some cases. And just so you know, everything that I researched, I am going to leave links for down below. I can only dive into a little bit because I don't want to make these videos so long. So if you're intrigued by any of the 5 things I'm about to tell you, feel free. Go check out those links down below in the description box and learn more about Moringa, or do some research on your own and see what you can find as well. Okay, Number 1, and this is more generic, but generally speaking, women care a little bit more about this than men. Not always the case, but generally speaking. So number 1 is that it actually gives you healthier looking skin, hair, and nails. Now, like I said, this is more generic. Generally speaking, women care about this a little bit more than men, but men generally still care about this as well. So this is more of an everyone thing, but I just thought this was really cool and wanted to mention it. And one of the reasons it helps all of that look a lot healthier is because of the amount of vitamin E that you find in moringa. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, there is a link down in the description box that will be able to dive into it a little bit more. Again, I'm wanting to keep this shorter, so I'm just kind of going very basic. So if you want to know more, please check out that down below to see why vitamin E helps with that, how much vitamin E can you find in moringa, all of those fun facts. But number 2 is that it helps actually with PMSing. If you're squeamish about women, you're not gonna like this video because it only gets worse from here on out. Worse, more, you know, just things women have to deal with. But PMS is generally one of them, and I think we can all speak to saying how horrible it is if we are a woman who experiences that. And there are many, many, many different ways as to why moringa helps with PMS. It doesn't get rid of it, but it does help alleviate it a little bit more or make it a little bit easier to get through. And if you are curious about that, I'm gonna leave a few links down below. Please check them out. But generally speaking, it is part of the fact that it carries vitamin E, vitamin D. It also helps with mood, which let's all admit is a big part of PMSing, and so many other things. It's crazy. If you want me to dive deeper into any of the 5 things that I am listing, please feel free. I would gladly do a whole separate video just so I can dive a little bit more into it. But for right now, we're staying very basic. So if you want to know more, let me know. Check out the links in the description box or do a little bit of research on your own. Number 3, I thought this was really cool, but it actually helps you alleviate some of the symptoms from menopause, which I thought was crazy. Kind of the main reason that that is the case, it doesn't get rid of menopause. So you're gonna go through it. It's a natural thing in every woman's life. It's gonna happen. However, it will help make it a little bit easier to get through that. The reason being is when you're going through menopause, you have to have an extremely well-balanced nutritional supplement that you should be taking during that time, just because your hormones are going everywhere. Your estrogen is all over the place. Like, your body is freaking out. So by using moringa, it's actually helping your body kind of regulate that a little bit easier and making your body be able to make those switches a little bit faster than they might otherwise. And some of that is through the fact that moringa has a large amount of iron and a large amount of calcium, which is huge during menopause. Like, you need good levels of that. Another thing is that it has vitamin C, which is going to boost your immune system, and so much more. If you're curious about this and you think moringa would really help you get through menopause, again, description box down below, there is a link that goes way more into depth about it. You can also do a ton of research. I just have one link for that just because I thought it was a really good source. We're gonna move on to number 4, which is you can use it during pregnancy, question mark. The reason that there's a question mark to this is because I don't think there's enough evidence out there to whether it is safe to have during pregnancy or not. And I know what you're thinking, like, okay, why are you mentioning it as a benefit? Well, if it is safe to use during pregnancy, it has a lot of really helpful benefits. However, before I get into anything, please, please, please consult your doctor if this is something that you should be taking during pregnancy. If you should be drinking tea, you should 100% not be having moringa root. Do not. That is one thing that I saw that everyone is like, do not do this while you are pregnant. It's often joked around as a form of birth control, which again, please do not just rely on moringa root to be your birth control. Use scientifically backed birth control. But that's kind of the joke. And the reason being is because oftentimes when people have moringa root during pregnancy, it can lead to birth complications. It can lead to your child having certain troubles after pregnancy. It can lead to also a miscarriage, which is really, really, really sad. So please, please be careful. When it comes to moringa leaves, however, which is how most people would have moringa, I've seen a lot of back and forth. Some people say that, oh, you shouldn't do it anyways just because moringa root is really bad for you and there's no good scientific proof one way or the other of if it is going to cause complications or if it's going to be extremely beneficial. It's this huge back and forth. And so some people say just steer clear of it. However, you're also going to see a lot of people who use it during their pregnancy and said it really, really helped in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to leave some links down below. If you're curious about this, please go check them out. But please, 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 if you are pregnant, please consult your doctor before using moringa, just because they will have a lot more knowledge on the subject than bloggers who have done it themselves, or people who are guessing that this might be an issue because moringa root is an issue, or even me who's just like researching what other people have said about it. So please, 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 please ask your doctor if this is something you should use. If your doctor says yes, then there's actually a lot of really great benefits that moringa can have during pregnancy, especially because it helps with achy bones, it helps with making sure you're getting a good amount of sleep, it helps with a mood boost, it helps with so much. And a lot of people have speculated that it's really good for your child as they're growing in your body as well. Again, take that with a grain of salt. It may be a possible benefit, but it also could be detrimental. There's just so much back and forth that it's really, really hard to tell. So if it is a good thing to do during pregnancy, it's an awesome benefit. Otherwise, I also just wanted to kind of put this in the top 5 because I think this is something you should be aware of because of number 5. So again, before I move on to number 5, please, please, please consult your doctor before using moringa, any form, during pregnancy. So just like as soon as you find out you're pregnant, stop using moringa, get the A-OK from your doctor, and then do it. Just because I've seen so much back and forth. But number 5 blew my mind, you guys. I was like, are you kidding me? And this has been scientifically proven multiple times that this is actually the case. So by using moringa, it's actually been scientifically proven that it will enhance your breast milk. That's so weird. And you guys, it's not even in one way. It's in 2 different ways that it helps enhance your breast milk. First way that it does this is a little bit more obvious. Moringa is extremely nutrient dense, and because of that, you're ingesting it in various forms, and then your milk is absorbing that, and your baby is drinking that, and your baby is actually getting a lot of really good health benefits from drinking your breast milk because of you drinking moringa. It's actually been shown that your breast milk becomes more nutrient dense, which I just think is really, really awesome and really, really cool. Again, consult your doctor as to which types of moringa you should have while breastfeeding, because I'm sure there are some that you should not, but drinking tea should be totally fine. But the second way that it improves your breast milk, again, totally blew my mind. It has shown in studies that there is an increase in production of breast milk up to 180%. What? Oh my gosh! I read that and I was like, you're kidding me. But the more me and my husband kept researching it, the more we saw that basically everywhere was saying that you get a huge amount of breast milk production. And so if you're a woman who has struggled with having enough breast milk, I would definitely suggest trying drinking moringa. And, you know, depending on what your doctor says, maybe you implement moringa in other ways as well, such as food or other various forms. But I just thought that was so crazy. And again, if you're a woman who you got plenty, you have like some to share, really, you know, weigh your options. Maybe you don't want any more breast milk. Maybe you got it, you know, you got enough. But I think that's great for women who do have difficulties producing breast milk. I think this would be something that would be awesome to try and see if it really, really does help, because I know that's something that some women really, really struggle with. And also you're getting another great benefit of your breast milk being really nutrient dense for your baby, which I think is amazing. So there you go, guys. Those were my top 5 benefits for women. Again, number 4 is a possible benefit, but also a possible warning. So I hope you guys liked this moringa morning. Let me know what you thought about our amazing moringa rooibos tea. Does that seem like a tea that you might want to try? Let me know. You can also let me know by checking out this little poll up here in the corner. It's just going to ask you, does this seem like a tea you would really like? And you can vote yes, no, and then there might be one other option if I'm feeling cheeky. But also let me know which one of the top 5 facts like surprised you the most. For me, it was definitely the breast milk. I thought that was just so crazy, but like also like really, really awesome and amazing. And again, if there's one that you want like a little bit more in-depth knowledge on, please let me know, because I would gladly do a video just kind of getting more involved in that certain topic of moringa and how it would affect that. So please let me know all of that in the comments below. Other than that, if you are new to my channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.